Now, please join us in our Oyster Secret Amphitheater for an interactive tale of mystery, fantasy, and fun. Please welcome the royal keeper of undersea stories, our pumpkin historian.
Greetings, guests of the undersea kingdom. Hi, everyone. Hi, and welcome to the Spooktacular celebration. Oh, this is my favorite time of year. I just love the story of Spooktacular, and I would love to share it with you, so come on over and join us. Don't be shy. You can use the stairs on either side to take a seat. Take the load off your fins. Well, I am the Lady Lori Counter, Royal Keeper of the Undersea Stories. The pumpkin fish historian, if you will. It is my job to gather all the fish stories, or as I like to call them, fish stories. And since it is the time of year that we have our Spooktacular celebration, perhaps you'd like to hear just how the magical time known as Spooktacular came to be. Now, in order to share this story, I will need help from all of you. Will you help me tell the story? Yeah! Wonderful. First, let me tell you of the magical Undersea Kingdom. The Undersea Kingdom is home to the most fascinating and friendly of creatures, and is protected by the Undersea Princesses. When an Undersea Princess is born, a special grain of sand is retrieved from the shoreline and placed inside a royal oyster. This grain of sand, in time, is made into a beautiful pearl. When the time comes for the princess to receive her crown, she retrieves the pearl from the oyster by saying the words, "Opa, opa, oyster." And the oyster releases the pearl with a sound like this. Whee! And here's where you all can help me. We'll be hearing that sound a lot during our story, so I'll need this side of the crowd to make a big raspberry sound like this. Lovely, everyone. And I'll need this side of the crowd to make a pop sound like this. Great! And then all together we'll do one big whee! So let's hear that. Whee! Excellent! And now we'll put it all together. So the oyster releases the pearl with a sound like this. Whee! Very good! Now, once the princess has the pearl, it is placed in her new crown. And the pearl creates a special magic that is personal to each princess. The princesses reveal the magic of their pearl by making a wish while wearing their crown. Some believe that the color of the pearl has something to do with what magic will ensue. A white pearl could produce caps on the waves to warn sailors of rough seas when a princess wished for knowledge of incoming storms. A pink pearl could enhance the vibrant color of coral when a princess wished for the beauty of the ocean to be seen from above. Now, the story of Spooktacular begins with a very special princess named Penelope. Penelope was a pumpkin fish, one of the rarest fish in the sea. And she was the youngest princess in the Undersea Kingdom. On one particular October day, long ago, it was time to present Penelope and two other princesses with their crowns. The entire Undersea Kingdom gathered for the ceremony. Since the royal sea stars are the keepers of wishes, it was their responsibility to present the three oysters to the princesses. The first princess approached her oyster and commanded, "Opa, opa, oyster." And the oyster released a bright white pearl with the sound we just learned. Whee! The white pearl was placed in the first princess's crown, and the crown was placed on her head. She wished upon the pearl's magic to make the sea shimmer, and instantly the ripples of the water began to dance and sparkle with light. The entire Undersea Kingdom cheered! Yay! Next, the second princess swam forward and said the words, "Opa, opa, oyster." And again with a whee! The oyster released a shiny blue pearl. The pearl was placed in her crown, and the crown was placed on the second princess's head. She wished for the blue pearl to sweep the sea clean, so a magical current drifted through the kingdom, clearing away all the debris and giving the seawater a brilliant blue glow. The whole kingdom cheered again! Yay! Finally, it was Penelope's turn. She nervously swam forward to her oyster. The sea stars gave her a wink of encouragement. She opened her mouth to say the words, "Opa, opa, oyster." But nothing happened. The oyster did not release its pearl to Penelope, so she cleared her throat and tried again, this time a little louder. "Opa, opa, oyster." Still nothing. Penelope leaned in, desperate with anticipation. celebration? Would it be a peachy pink pearl, so she could wish for extra healthy seagrass for the young fish to grow up in? Would it be a black pearl, so she could wish for the mysteries of peace and harmony among the kingdom to be revealed? And why wouldn't it open? But then it dawned on her. Perhaps she needed the help of the entire undersea kingdom to get the oyster to release its pearl. So Penelope mustered up all her courage, turned toward the crowd, and invited them to say the words, "Opa, opa, oyster." Now, when I say the entire undersea kingdom, Penelope needed the entire undersea kingdom to join her. So let's try that again, shall we? Opa, opa, oyster! That's what I'm talking about. And with that, the oyster slowly opened with our favorite sound. Come on, everyone. Whee! And the pearl landed in Penelope's fins. It was a vibrant orange pearl. The undersea kingdom had never laid eyes upon such a sight. No one had ever seen an orange pearl. No one knew what an orange pearl represented. All looked to Penelope. And Penelope, well, she sent for Scooter the crab. See, Scooter was the crab in charge of traveling to the sea surface and retrieving the grain of sand to be placed in each oyster. So it stood to reason that he may have some answers as to the mystery of the orange pearl. Scooter scooted forth and stood before Princess Penelope. Penelope asked Scooter how this new pearl came to be, and he answered, "Princess, when I went to the sea surface to retrieve the grain of sand for your pearl, I saw something unlike anything I had ever seen before. The land dwellers were taking part in a celebration where they dressed in costumes and gave each other sweet treats. They were all laughing together and sharing with one another. And just above my head, some of the land dwellers were carving pumpkins." Penelope, being a pumpkin fish, was quite startled at the thought of carving pumpkins, exclaiming, "Carving pumpkins? Oh my gourd!" But Scooter eased Penelope's concern. "Oh, Princess, the pumpkins are a big part of the celebration. They carve them into creative shapes and then place them on display as a symbol of silliness and happiness. Often they light the pumpkins, and the glow that is created from within is beautiful and adds to the fun." Well, Penelope loved the idea that a pumpkin could provide fun, silliness, happiness, and beautiness. But there was still the question of the orange pearl. But Scooter, how did this new color pearl come to be? And what is the magic that it holds? Scooter explained to the undersea kingdom that he had taken a pumpkin seed rather than a grain of sand in honor of Penelope the pumpkin fish. Scooter hoped that a pumpkin seed might produce a new pearl with a new kind of magic that would allow the undersea kingdom to also enjoy the feeling of the land dwellers' celebration. Penelope and the undersea kingdom were indeed fascinated by Scooter's tale. After all, a celebration filled with costumes, sharing, fun, and sweets. The entire undersea kingdom liked the sound of that. There was just one way to find out if the orange pearl did indeed possess a new kind of magic. With the pearl placed in Penelope's crown, she put it on her head and said the words, "How I wish we could have a spooktacular celebration." And no sooner had she said those words than the orange pearl in her crown began to glow. Its light spread across the sea, and all the citizens of the undersea kingdom were magically transported to the shoreline, where the water meets the land. Amongst the land dwellers, the citizens of the sea were able to laugh and share and partake in some pretty sweet treats. Especially Scooter, who helped bring new friends together with a new kind of magic, and who discovered a new love for gummy worms. It was a joyous time for all. And since that first spooktacular celebration, every year, Penelope places the crown on her head and wishes for the spooktacular magic, and the land and the sea come together to laugh and share and celebrate. You are all a part of that magic now. Be sure to visit all of our friends in the undersea kingdom and celebrate with us by collecting all of the sweet treats that the Spooktacular provides. Thank you for sharing my story and for spending this SeaWorld Spooktacular with us.